What's up, weirdos? Here we are again. Another live stream. Another day. Another dollar. With me. AC. What are we going to talk about today? Oh, I have some ideas. As always, whenever I live stream, I go on Instagrams, the Instagrizzles, and I ask all of you weirdos, what should I talk about today? And today's no different. I went on, I think this morning or last night, and said, hey, we are doing a live stream. What are some things that you want to talk about? We have the fires in Canada and Hawaii, a whole bunch of other interesting topics. We have more news regarding the young troop. What's his name? Travis King, the soldier that defected to North Korea because he didn't want to go to Texas and get his pee-pee smacked because he did a bad thing in South Korea. Idiot. What else do we have going on? Got the crack house. We'll save the conversation for the crack house for something later. Brandon Herrera is running for Congress. My Lord, my friend is running for Congress. Is it strange that although Brandon is like 7 years my junior, he's far more mature than me? The guy that says fuck and creates weapons and explodes tannerite and homemade pipe firearms is running for Congress. And if I was down in Texas, I would vote for him. We already got a super chat. Stink says, how long do you think that Minecraft Discord leaker is going to get in prison? And how do you think it's going to go for him? I think he's screwed. I think, well, he's going to be in military prison. It's probably going to be, or no, I think he's going to go into Fed. I think he's going to be in the Fed lockup. I've read a little bit about that story, and they were saying that that moron that leaked the secret, top secret, etc. documents to his friends, his freaking nerd friends, on his Minecraft server. Oh my god, that whole story is absolutely ridiculous. That stupid little nerd just trying to show off to his friends and then putting it on the internets. It was a Discord server, if I'm not mistaken. It was like their own little Discord server. Jacking it all up. As always, this live stream is brought to you by Grill Your Ass Off. Better than crack seasoning. I'm going to put a link down below. Grill Your Ass Off, a fantastic veteran-owned company making all your barbecue spices, and this gunpowder Grill Your Ass Off seasoning, better than crack spice, is phenomenal. I stand by it. I use it on brisket. It's absolutely fantastic. And tomorrow, I don't know if you know this, tomorrow is the, oh, what happened? Where are you? Come on, window capture. Amateur hour. Boom. Tomorrow is the KIA Memorial Ruck March. That's right, Western New York's KIA Memorial Ruck March, where you get to put a whole bunch of fantastic, well, you get put through a whole bunch of fantastic challenges if you sign up. Now, if you haven't signed up, it's tomorrow at, I think, 8 or 9 in the morning. I forget the start time. Let's look at the start time. I'm going to be there at like 7 in the morning. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Read more. All right, starts off at 7 a.m. I'm going to be there by then. $10K challenges, obstacles. You can do the individual event or you can do the team event. There is a big ass trophy at the end. That's right. There are prizes for people that do well. This isn't the military where you just get a POB from a stranger every once in a while. No, you've actually got some fantastic prizes that they're going to win. And the MIRV's going to be there. The fire truck that I have turned into a fantastic tailgating mobile, that will be there. And I'll be giving out free shots and drinks for everybody. Doesn't matter how early in the morning it is. We're going to be doing shots. We're going to be getting some drinks in our bellies. We're going to be having a good time honoring those that passed away that are no longer with us. Speaking of the 2-year anniversary of Afghanistan. What a shit show. I've been weird. I've been feeling weird about it all day. Just like, you keep seeing all these. Obviously, I follow a whole bunch of military meme accounts and Instagram accounts and social medias, etc. And you see everybody reposting about Afghanistan on the 2-year anniversary, and it is just, why is it so heavy? Why is it so heavy right now? You know, just like 2 years ago, Afghanistan falling, everybody just being depressed. Those fucking 13 kids that got blown up in the because of that whole shit show. Who did that fantastic interview? Oh, what was his name? Ryan. Oh. Help me out, chat. What was his name? Ryan something. The Ryan something podcast, where he had the Marine that's a double amputee, an arm and a leg, talk about the issues at, was it, I think, Abbey Gate? Sean Ryan. That's right. Sean Ryan is the one. The Sean Ryan Show. Thank you, Chad. The Sean Ryan Show brought on that Marine that was a double amputee that had his arm and leg blown off during the suicide bomb attack at Abbey Road, or Abbey Gate. Abbey Road. This isn't a Beatles song or album. Yeah, Big Jibbish. It is. Yeah, I watched the whole. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing. I listened to almost all of it. 5 hours, and it is heavy. It is just heavy. He talks about the amount of incompetence that happens. He talks about the suicide bomber, that they knew who he was and where he was and who he was with, how they had him, and nothing. Nobody in charge wanted to say pull the trigger on the bad guy, which, after 20 years of war and combat with these people, you think that there'd be some person in charge with a set of balls that would be like, you know what we should probably do? Kill the bad guy. Thanks, NAT. All right. Let's look up the Instagrams. Let's look at the story. See? I asked you guys, what do you want to talk about today? And we're going to talk about some stuff. One of them was the fires in Hawaii. And the conspiracy theories going along with that. Let's see. Hawaii fires started on purpose. Conspiracy theories. Hawaii fires. Fact-checking a bizarre claim that the government directly caused the fires. Oh, God. Conspiracy theories are so much fun. Let's see. Let's bring you in on this. Sweet. Direct energy. Let's check it out. Fact check. Maui fires caused by direct energy weapons? A laser, perhaps? Maybe it's one of these aliens that everybody's seeing nowadays that ever since the government said that they existed, now there's just alien sightings everywhere. Now, that's not real, but that is super cool. As dramatic images of the aftermath of Maui on social media, there are conspiracy theories of what caused it. Official sources blame extreme weather conditions, but others suggest it was intentional. Efforts are underway after deadly wildfires fueled by hot and dry, windy weather conditions show wreckage. Theories that there's not claim a directed energy weapon. This image being shared on social media since wildfires may have caused high-level destruction. Shows a light beam connected to the ground sky with smoke on the bottom. We see a hilly green area with a beach and water in front of it, which could lead to the assumption it might be Hawaii. The text reads, the photo was circulating social media. This beam was captured before the white. Can anyone confirm? Oh, God. Why is there no sound? Why is there no sound? How do I have sound in the background from YouTube's, and yet I don't have this? I hate these videos where like people just point at shit. Oh, look at this thing up here. This is the truth. Do you see this thing? That's green screen behind me? Because I'm in front of it, you know that I know what I'm talking about. Weather Modification Regulation Act. You can't change the weather, dude. Although Saudi Arabia, I think it was, or some of the Middle Eastern states do have, they burst like some sort of sodium in the air, which creates a chemical reaction resulting in clouds and rain, which is interesting. Launch. Oh, it's a Falcon 9 rocket in California. So they're saying it's a direct energy weapon, but the image that we saw earlier, this one and this one, are actually from May 22, 2018, during the launch of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket in California, where they called Vandenberg Air Base. Can be traced back with the help of a reverse image search. The photo was originally posted on SpaceX's Instagram account. Dude, I can't stand people on the internet. Like, trolling used to be fun. Back in the day, trolling was hysterical. You'd get a bunch of people on the internet pissed off over something that didn't even matter, and then you would walk away and giggle a little bit to yourself because, you know, people were stupid and gullible. And now you just have morons. There's so many trolls now that during national tragedy, during a time of national tragedy where so many people have lost their lives to these wildfires, people are like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make everybody freak out about something that didn't actually happen and ignore the fact that there are actually people dying that need our help. Way to go, idiot. Second image isn't related to mountain fires. It can be traced back through reverse image search of a controlled burn at an oil refinery in Ohio. Photo was taken from a Facebook comment. The post. Let's look at the post. Let's see how these crazy people are taking posts and doing stuff with it. Refinery flames ignite false alarms. Oh snap! Looks like something went wrong. It's probably just gone. Oh, whatever. Maui was destroyed. Oh man, people are saying that it was intentionally destroyed to rebuild it with a 15-minute city concept. What is a 15-minute city concept? It was planned on purpose to implement smart island plans. False. Maui government wants Maui to become the first smart island and have the entire island governed by artificial intelligence. These people are so fucking obviously nuts. They want the whole island's gonna be run by robots. Okay, lady. She adds the city plans to include building a high-rise condo complex and businesses in Lahaina? I don't know. Say that. Not from there. which is a historic town that couldn't have any new developments in the city, but now it's demolished. So I guess they have to rebuild it. Climate change is the official villain. Interesting. You know, I know that it's a conspiracy theory to think that Maui had a direct energy weapon pointed at it and causing the fire. But a conspiracy theory that I kind of get behind are Canadian wildfires. Did I spell simultaneously correctly? No, wildfires in Canada did not start simultaneously. Many factors can explain wildfires started in the Canadian province at the same time, including lightning strikes, dry conditions in the region, and human activity. It's unusual to see wildfires burn on both coasts at the same time. While some commenters commented that the wildfires in Nova Scotia were intentional, fires did start within days of each other, leading to sudden bursts of media coverage. May have seen like everything happened all at once. Oh, well, maybe that time lapse that I saw. Yeah, there's this time lapse that everybody sees. How do they all start at the same time across the entire province? Like, even if that was sped up, they all started within like hours of each other. This is a horrible green screen. Why does it look like some Canadian wildfires started at the same time? Because they did? What you're seeing is satellite images. Where's the article? Inform me later. Oh, we'll watch it. We'll watch.
Some of you may have seen the visible satellite imagery looped so that it looks like all the Quebec fires started at the same time. This is actually really common imagery when it comes to lightning ignited wildfires, and the explanation has everything to do with meteorology. So when a front rolls through, bringing those lightning strikes, that's the spark for new fires, but those thunderstorms often come with rain. So that means these fires are smoldering at first, but because this year our fuels in this area were so particularly dry, they can sort of hunker down until the right trigger comes into play. And that trigger is often daytime heating and the diurnal impacts of afternoon winds kicking in. Once that dryness reaches that critical point, all the fires are able to spread at the same time, being picked up by the afternoon winds that supply oxygen. It's those same winds that causes that smoke to spread.
Interesting. I'm glad I watched that. Now I feel like a dummy for thinking that it was China. Bro, I blame China for that shit. When I saw the videos of all those trees going up all at the same time, at the same, you know, within the same day, within hours, minutes of each other, I was like, this is China, man. China already owns like 90% of all the logging country in Canada, and I believe like 90% of the logging companies in China are owned, or in China, in Canada. Let's start that over. A significant majority of the logging companies in Canada are owned by China. And I thought that this is some sort of economic espionage by China to be like, oh, okay, you guys don't like China no more. We're gonna light everything on fire. And then they lit everything on fire just to mess with Canada. What are they gonna do? Thought China. Attack us? They won't. They've got Trudeau, who's a raging pussy. I don't know if he's a pussy. He's definitely an asshole. What did South Park say? Sometimes pussies get so covered in so much shit they turn into assholes. That's Trudeau. He was this loudmouth, open heart, bleeding turd, and now he's just taking everybody's rights away after COVID-19. He just ran rampant in that country. Enderstein says you started watching you about a week ago before boot camp, and now a year and a half later, you never failed to make my day. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Glad you dig the shit. I hope you watch out for China now that you're in. Don't let them in your backyard. They're going to start wildfires. Even though apparently this is a totally normal occurrence that happens after lightning storms. Totally average. It happens. Definitely not China. There's no way that it could have been China. But what if it was? What if it was? What if it was China? Gross. China coming into Canada, starting fires. I wouldn't want them to. Good luck going to basic, Chris. All right. We got the wildfires down. Let's look at what else did you guys want to talk about today? Why is the sky blue? Because God loves the infantry. Why no beard? I believe I have enough of beard today. The IRS agent shooting an IRS agent? Well, now, I think we have to do a deep dive into that, don't you? Do you guys remember when the IRS is supposed to get like 80,000 other officers and just start investigating a shit ton of people for like not paying $500 on their taxes? And then they started showing the IRS officer candidates with like shitty vests on and pistols and trying to clear rooms and training, and it was absolute garbage. Let's look for that. Hold on. Let's look for that. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to the tubes. Here we go. It's graduation day. Yeah. What are we doing? Jeez, they look so frumpy. Come on, show. Where's the room clearing? Get to the room clearing. Whenever you guys are ready. What are they doing? Is it like a fake raid? It's so calm. Already just like pointing the gun in his back. Not good. Already. Oh, God. What are we doing? Oh, what are we doing? I am a robot.
No, sir. Stay put. That is not Campbell.
Dude. The female's just like pointing the gun to the guy and then looking over. Oh, it's so bad. It's good. If you are standing like this, you are not ready to shoot. Please look at the man that you're pointing your gun at, please, lady.
Can we take your weapon, please?
Well, if you're going to ask me, I don't know. I'm going to say no. Getting arrested?
And then this fat broad's just giggling. You gonna frisk him for a sandwich?
Can you take your hands behind your back?
Look at how he's holding the firearm. Oh man, hold on. He's got a strong hand.
Can you take your hands behind your back?
Boom. Oh no. Oh my sweet baby Jesus. Look at the way that he's holding that. I need to get a training weapon in here. I don't want to bring one of my real firearms. One, because I don't want you to know what I have. And two, is because I know it, I'll get flagged. Look at that. Look at that grip. How is he even holding it? He's got, I believe he has his right hand, if I'm looking at you, which is, I think, I don't even know which hand is dominant for him. Let's say that his right hand is dominant. I don't know, because this man doesn't know either. Let's say he's right hand dominant. He's got his thumb behind the slide of that, I'm going to assume, Glock firearm, training firearm, which you'll get one shot off, but then you'll deadline your weapon. You will fire the round off. It will create a jam because it'll be a failure to extract. which is actually something that they teach you in some military and law enforcement firearms training, where if you're getting the shit kicked out of you and you're fighting for your firearm, you can put your thumb behind it, fire the round in a deadly force scenario, leaving the gun inoperable. They'll have to rack it and clear it in order to put another round in. But at least if you're fighting for it, you can kind of render it inoperable momentarily so that you can try and beat the crap out of the guy that's trying to kill you and take your firearm away. So that's what you would do. So if you want to turn your Glock into a single fire bolt action, I guess, if you want to turn that Glock into a bolt action Glock, you're doing a great job by putting your thumb behind the slide. Doesn't hurt, just causes a jam. That left hand, though, it's like trying to sneak behind the other hand, right? So we got our gun, we're pointed at it, we got our fire. Okay, thumbs up, just to let you know that you're good to shoot. One bullet. And then this hand's not even grasping anything. It's like 2 fingers are on it, and the fingers are out. I don't know. I think that he's left hand dominant, and like instead of having his finger over the trigger, which isn't there, thank God, he's just got it like flat alongside the frame, which you should have until you're ready to fire. So I think he's left-handed with a horrible grip. I think he's right-handed. And he's sandwiching his left hand against the side of the Glock. Oh, that's just so bad. I want to please go around him. I want to see if I can see it.
Can you lean forward?
Let me see your hands. See your hands. Okay, so he's right hand dominant. It's just he's got a horrible grip on the firearm with his dominant hand, right? You want to have that. You want to have the pistol not sitting on the fat of your thumb. You want to have it in your palm, right? As if like you're choking a bitch. You're going, stay away from me. I don't know you. And you're going, whah, and you're trying to choke some hooker that's trying to take away your virginity. No, she bitch. So you're, ha. So that's how you would hold it. And your thumb would obviously be on the side of it. Oh, and then your other hand would come around it. Anyway, but this guy's pistol grip is garbage. Oh, we got the old teacup and the saucer one over here. We got your thumb tucked into your palm. Got your thumb tucked into your palm with your non-dominant hand just gripping your thumb on there. Garbage. How do you go into room clearing and not have been taught how to properly handle a firearm? No wonder these fucking IRS people are shooting each other accidentally. And listen, kids, we don't lean back, all right? This isn't the Rockaway when you fire your firearm. And you see how you've got your firearm pointed at the bad guy over here, fella? You don't look away from the bad guy. You don't look away from the threat. You just tell other people in a loud voice who's got what do you do? My word. Hiriam says he lives down the street from a sergeant major and it's actually quiet and he downplays it. If you show him this video of these IRS agents trying to clear a room, he'll have an aneurysm. Show him that. Show your command sergeant major this video of these IRS agents trying to clear a massive, that's not a gymnasium, but it's like a conference center floor with the worst pistol grips and firearm safety I've ever seen in my entire life. Google IRS shooting range accident. You know what? I will. I want to see I'm assuming that that's the IRS agent accidentally shooting another IRS agent. We'll get there. I haven't seen this in so long. Look at that fucking grip. Look at it. Oh. Stop. Look at this. Oh, I'm fucking dying right now. I'm dying. I can't believe how shitty this grip is. Look at that. The teacup and your finger is on front of the trigger guard. I mean, you can put it there. That's okay. But what that tells me is that you probably don't have a good grip on the firearm. Oh. And then just, you got fucking Because that's a good shooting position. It's not. This isn't a good shooting position. This is a bad shooting position. But hey, you know, when you fire 2 rounds and then start shooting the ceiling, roofing companies are going to love the IRS. They're just going to pow, 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 just leaking. Oh, man, why is it leaking in our brand new office building? The IRS agents did a raid. Oh, and they shot the ceiling many times. Yeah. Ah, jeez. I mean, this is a bank. You think they wouldn't do that? I know. It seems pretty dumb of them. We're going to need to call up John's Roofing and get this place redone again. Yeah, that's like the 3rd time this year. Ah, those guys are making money hand over fist. That's what's going to happen. IRS agents just randomly shooting the ceiling. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, my God. You know what this big guy looks like? He looks like that really fat guy that fires the automatic Glock in, like, that Vine video. He just stands there and he's just like... Oh. Must have had Space Force combat training. I agree. Let's continue. Good Lord. Why are we giving McLovin 1 and McLovin 2 guns? Why? These poor bastards. They got set up for failure. Oh my God. Oh my God. Once again, leaning back, doing the Rockaway. This is so beautifully sad.
Don't move. Put your hands on your back.
Got him, guys?
You got him, guys? Oh, is there more?
This is your summer to smile.
It
with
sure
Aspen
is.
Dental's Summer of Smiles event.
Aspen Dental. When you want to get a brand new face of chiclets because you smoke too much meth, come on in. We'll give you some brand new chompers. Everybody says that the IRS is blah, blah, blah.
These agents of the Internal Revenue Service CI division.
Criminal investigations, it's its own operating division within IRS. They receive extensive training.
Extensive?
And,
check that. Manny. Is how to hold a pistol in part of their extensive training? I think it should be.
in law, in the application of law, in executing enforcement operations, in the use of firearms, and other related topics.
Most people associate this kind of training with the FBI, Secret Service, but not the IRS.
I didn't even know the IRS had a criminal investigative unit before I started, so I think a lot of people would be surprised that IRS has criminal investigators.
This year, IRS Criminal Investigations commemorates 100 years of service. It was formed in 1919.
All right, that's good. All right, let's get to the story. Let's get to the IRS shooting. Why am I on Bing? Why am I not on Google? IRS agent accidentally shot, killed by a fellow agent during training at the Phoenix gun range. Yeah, we should have them look into lightsaber training. Special agent is dead for being accidentally shot by another agent during a training exercise. The gun range in Phoenix on Friday. IRS identified the victim. Okay, cool. That's unfortunate. We don't want, even though it's the IRS, we don't want people dying in training. Oh no, they're a National Guardsman in the Air National Guard. That sucks. Oh, he retired. Oh, no. Oh. He retired from the Air Force and then got shot by some fucking boob. And the IRS. Oh, my God. That's a fucking tragedy. 47-year-old Patrick Bauer, God bless you, a longtime Arizona resident, a retired master sergeant in the Arizona Air National Guard, and served with the refueling wing. Served more than 20 years, overseas deployments, and this fucking idiot in a training environment shot him in the chest. I pray to God. Oh, man. Well, he's dead. That's super unfortunate. I was going to say, I hope he wasn't a trainer. Yeah, to training people in firearms. I know guys that will not take off their bulletproof vest around other people at the range. Because they're like, I'm not going to get shot by these idiots. They're so bad at firearms. I'm not going to get shot by them. I will wear a vest. Spokesman, Federal Bureau of Prisons confirms it happened on Thursday. Multiple federal agents utilizing at the time through interagency agreement. Spokesman said Federal Bureau of Prisons employee was... No, okay, so what happened? Incident involvement of special agents says Bauer was taken to Honor Health. Okay. Special agents FBI Phoenix office are investigating the shooting. So what happened? Phoenix special agents, we just fully sworn, can't clear a fucking hotel lobby. We saw that. We know what's going on there. What up? Division made 3,000 employees. There's a family of Utah office, approximately 90 special agents. Okay, so but what happened? You've literally gave me every single tiny bit of information except for what happened. Maybe this will give us something.
When I served, my work was critical, and I don't feel like that's the case anymore.
It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide.
Whatever you're dealing with, call the Veterans Crisis Line.
That's an ad that I'll definitely let play. Stop killing yourselves. Are we going to play now? Maybe we'll just stare at a black screen, kind of like a substitute teacher trying to wheel in a television to watch a movie all day with the class because they didn't prepare anything for the day. But the television doesn't work and they don't know how to hook up the VCR. So now we're going to stare at a blank fucking screen. God, come on, technology. Didn't even go anywhere. Stupid. How about this one?
When I served,
I know.
my work
Listen,
was...
I know.
And I don't feel like that's the case anymore.
Well,
It got so bad that I was even thinking about suicide.
Whatever
coincidence
you're
that
dealing with,
this is
call
on
the Veterans Crisis
the second year anniversary, I guess
Yeah,
you'd
the
say.
IRS tells us that
Of
agent was
Afghanistan
taken to a Valley hospital, but unfortunately, just after getting there, they did pass away. There are multiple gun ranges here in this area, so initially when that 911 call went out, there seemed to be some confusion as to where this happened.
Can I get a unit to start towards Ben Avery shooting range? There seemed to be some confusion as to which range they're at shot in the chest. If there's a unit to start 4044 West Black Canyon.
Now, a spokesperson with the Federal Bureau of Prisons confirmed the shooting happened at their Federal Correctional Institution range. They said it happened just before noon today during a routine training and that the gun range was being used at the time by multiple federal agencies, but none of their employees were hurt. Now, this evening, local agencies are honoring and showing their respects for this IRS agent. Officers held a salute in front of their squad cars at the medical examiner's office in downtown Phoenix. A caravan of officers escorted the fallen agent from the Deer Valley Hospital. A giant American red flag was also seen flying from the ladder of a fire truck. The FBI is conducting this investigation, confirming the IRS was at this range for training today. They say in a statement, to preserve the integrity and capabilities of the investigation, details of the ongoing process will not be released. Findings of the FBI investigation will be turned over to the U.S. Attorney's Office, District of Arizona for review.
Yeah.
Now, that IRS spokesperson also told us that their thoughts are with that agent and with their family tonight. Of course, as we learn more information, we will make sure to bring that to you. Live near Anthem, I'm Holly Bach for Arizona's Family.
So, to be a dick. Let's look at this. Let's look at this again. Let's here we go. All right. So we're saying, hey man, like, it's a training incident. There's IRS agents there. We don't know who shot him or what the deal is, but we've got this going on. Now, this was in 2017. I'll say it was 2017. But has it got better? You've got 6 years. 6 years. I'm hoping that you got better. That's such a bummer. Can you imagine that? You're a fucking master sergeant in the Air Force. You retire and you go, hey, you know what I want to do? I want to collect another pension. I want to keep working. And you know what? I want to go get scumbags with the IRS. I'll work with the IRS. I'll keep it pretty cool. I probably won't get shot at or die. You know, I had those opportunities when I was overseas deployed. So this is probably going to be a really cush job, but I still get to carry a firearm. I'm a federal officer. So you know what? There's a lot of perks there. There's a lot of good stuff. I'll do that. And then you get to a range just to have somebody fucking blast you in the chest because they're either A, inept, or 2, a psychopath, and they wanted to shoot him. It's either an intentional or negligent homicide. Oh my God. I wonder how many tours he did. I don't want to know how many tours he did. That poor dude. That poor dude's family. Crazy. Insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. Huh. What a bummer. Let's look back at the Instagram questions. Let's see what else you guys want to talk about today. Top 10 feed pics of 2023. No. Your mom. Oh, I'll talk about your mom. She's a lovely lady, and I plan on taking her out to a fine seafood dinner and never calling her again. What else do we want to talk about? Bringing back the beret. Yay or nay? I didn't know that it was gone. I have my black beret. Not from when I was a Ranger, because I wasn't. And still am not. But when we all got the black berets and the Rangers went to tan. AK Jesus for Congress. Now, I know I made a video about it, a little angry meme review, emergency meme review, because Brandon Herrera is running for Congress. Let's Google that. That's right. My good friend Brandon Herrera is running for Congress with a fucking belt-fed weapon. That man is such a fucking handsome. What? There we go. Now, fuck you. Get out of here. How can I see my handsome man? We'll just go to your website. Look at this handsome man. Oh, Brandon. I'm touching the screen. I'm touching your face right now, Brandon. Touching your beautiful nose. That large nose. That off-puttingly large nose. Surrounded by that cascading amount of beautiful brown hair. That poo brown eyes that you have, like a turd floating in a bowl. And that smirk, knowing that you'll never know how many weapons you actually own. I wish I could have that smile. Oh, Brandon Herrera. He's a constitutionalist. He is a business owner and a Second Amendment activist. Who made this? This is actually a pretty good... This is a decent website. You got your three main things. This is what I want. This is who I am. This is what I stand for. Very well put together. Let's go to issues. Let's talk about some issues, Brandon. Brandon, I want to talk about some issues. Brandon, I think you should come on the live stream one of these days and we can talk about some of the issues and some of the things you might stand for. A pure constitutionalist that believes in God-given natural rights, which are protected by the Constitution, not granted by the government. Well, let's do that. Let's do this in up there. Let's do it in radio voice. A pure constitutionalist that believes in God-given natural rights, which are protected by the Constitution, not granted by the government. Brandon Herrera. Let's go, Brandon. Or you could do like a hillbilly. Hi, a pure constitutionalist that believes in God-given natural rights, which are protected by the Constitution, not granted by some government. Brandon Herrera. Hey, let's go, Brandon. Gun rights, immigration, censorship, national budget. Dude, he knows a lot about censorship, some of the shit that he's gone through with YouTube. Interesting. He's even got a stance on abortion. Should be decided by the states, not the federal government. I agree. Public education system is fundamentally broken. I don't know about Texas. I haven't dealt with education in Texas. New York. New York teachers unions. Listen, I got family and friends that are teachers. I'm not mad at teachers. Teachers got a hard job. I'm not saying it's not a hard job. I'm just saying the union has a lot of power, and sometimes it prevents itself from doing its job. I'm not trying to get political here, although I am at my friend's congressional page, but I have seen some unions make bad policy for the job that their individuals are supposed to be completing, but good decisions for the individuals that they represent, right? Like, let's say that, I don't know, teachers want more money, but then they also won't work extra hours. I'm doing, it's a really bad example. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but yeah, it's like a boat captain union saying, hey, listen, we want our boat captains to wear a lot of gold, but we also don't want to spend as much money on life jackets like we used to. You know, there we go. That's a good analogy. It's like a boat captain union saying, we want to have our captains get a lot more treasure. Pirate captains. We want our pirate captains to have a lot more treasure. But we also don't want to, we also don't want OSHA on our ships, making sure that we have the right amount of flotation equipment. Sometimes, those are some of the decisions that I've seen unions make for their people. But then again, that's the point of the union, is to, you know, take care of your people. Brandon, I am so impressed. Look at this guy. Look at that's. I knew there was going to be something. I knew there was going to be something I could make fun of you for on your site, Brandon. You're holding a penis microphone. Brandon, that is you holding a microphone directly at crotch level, as if it was your wang. Now, I'm not saying that anybody here should crop this and make it look like Brandon is holding something. I'm not saying that. That would be rude. But it would be funny. Not to be a Second Amendment activist and social media personality. He certainly is. Family originating in Texas, born in Bragg, Vietnam. Poor Brandon. He's always some stories about that. Lifelong passion of firearms. After increased frustration over government overreach during COVID-19 lockdowns, he came back to his roots, back to Texas. Can't blame him. He works with pro-freedom groups, both in the Second Amendment community and otherwise, including notable partners such as the National Association for Gun Rights, the Firearm Policy Coalition, great coalition, Gun Owners of America, and Young Americans for Liberty. Y'all. Brendan is a very strong constitutionalist who believes in one of the keys to individual liberty is limiting federal power as much as possible, and returning that power to the states to decide issues for themselves. Campaign mail? We can mail shit to you, Brandon? You know, Brandon is single, if I'm not mistaken. You think if Brandon becomes president, he's going to be the second bachelor president? There was like one bachelor president. He was married shortly after becoming president. I forget who it was. You think Brandon could be the second? That he would just stay as a bachelor? Just John F. Kennedy slinging that thing around, that microphone around. John F. Kennedy just slinging that microphone wang around, bringing ladies into the now Herrera sex tunnels. No longer John F. Kennedy sex tunnels, but the Herrera sex tunnels. Boy, I'd love that. I would love every bit of that. I want to go in the West Wing, Brandon. Brandon, are you going to put an AK-50 in the White House? I know I would. I would also bring back fireside chats and talk to the United States American public from your Oval Office desk with guns behind you. I think that would be super cool. Super cool. Oh, I'm proud of him. My little buddy growing all up. Brendan Herrera running for Congress. I can't wait to see him go. Brendan's going to win. And I'm telling you, Brendan's going to win not because the other guy is shitty, but because so many people have to come out and vote for him. He's exceptionally brilliant. He is well-spoken. He understands the laws. He reads people. Books. He reads them. Books as heavy as the largest bags of groceries. That's how big his books are. So it's going to be so great to watch him talk shit to dumb representatives about firearms rights. It's going to be, or just like how firearms work in general. Oh, it's going to be so wonderful. And they're going to be snide and dickish and whatever. And he's got to like learn the rules of how Congress plays. I must reclaim my time, sir. Sir, you cannot reclaim your time. It is my time to reclaim. But I wish it to reclaim the time of which that was mine. Sir, you are over-talking on my time. I wish to reclaim the 30 seconds that I have just lost whilst you were trying to reclaim your time. Sir, I deny your time reclaimal. That's all I ever hear whenever I see Congress, individuals in Congress or on committees arguing with one another. Like 5-year-olds on heroin. Wham! Somebody goes, what if Brandon dies in office from a homemade IED? There's going to be news. News agencies are like, an explosion was just heard at the White House. And it's going to be Brandon 5 minutes later on Twitter. It's going to be like, hey, listen, that explosion was me. I'm sorry. I was making some stuff. And yeah, I blew up the desk in the Oval Office. It was cool. It smells bad now because it's the fire, but everything's okay. All right. Can't charge me with the crime because I'm the president. Impeach me. Bye. Boop. I would love to see that. I would love to see everything that I just said happen in real time. Yes, Sacred Assault. That man is the guy that nearly blew himself up with the pipe shotgun creation, a recreation of what killed Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. I think it was Prime Minister. Don't quote me on that, but it was like the head of the Japanese government. If Brandon runs for POTUS, am I going to be his vice president? No, I'll just be the vice. I'll just be the guy I'm going to be his anger, what was that? Interpreter. I'll be his anger interpreter. Just like how Key and Peele did the skit for Obama's anger interpreter, I will be Brandon's anger interpreter. they'll say, I don't think that that's fair or correct what you just said about firearms, Congressman so-and-so. And I'll be like, you done fucked up! And just starts going ham on them. Thanks, Chris. Oh my gosh. All right, well, it's a quick stream today. It was just a quick little one. Just to let you know that I haven't forgot about you weirdos. If you want to support the channel, angry-cops.com. Got shirts like this. Remember everybody deployed with your little jizz bags and napkins and hua bars, your assault pack and rifle, etc. And I also got fantastic stickers and accoutrement. If you want to give yourself a POB, a fantastic award, head on the back, you go ahead and check out angry-cops.com. And on that note, I'll see you next week for the next live stream, weirdos. Carry on. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Ice cream.